All right, fellas, welcome back to the Prep Talk with me, Coach Rio and Coach Sari.
Hello.
Well, today's episode is basically just both of us, episode 31.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, it's been a while. We've been releasing one episode a week at least,
Yes,
right?
correct.
Yeah. So, what we want to do, I mean, in this episode is basically, sorry, it's to cover more topics that we've discussed. And also, firstly, I want to touch base. As you guys see, we have like tablecloth.
Tablecloth,
Yeah, it's
yeah,
comeback.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm sponsored by comeback apparels. So basically, moving forward for prep talk as well, we gonna have merchandise. Yeah,
Okay.
I'm gonna do that. You guys, your audience and stuff can support me in terms of comeback merchandise in collabs with the prep talk and the prep coach. Yeah, so down the road you will see, and probably in a few next episode I might bring in some apparel that's ready for to be purchased online and stuff. Alright.
Okay.
So how's everything? How's Ramadan been doing? This is what the second week of Ramadan, right?
Yep, second week. I've been okay, right? So, I mean, there are people who are fasting while trading and same time trying to compete, right? So, we can also talk about probably PT clients or clients that were fasting and also putting the effort in the gym as well. And those people are in the gym during the month of Ramadan, and then they putting the effort also in the training program.
I understand. Okay, let's start trying to help our audience in terms of those who be it gym goers, be it the serious gym mid-head, or even just lifestyle on and off 3 times a week and stuff in Ramadan. Most would basically ask, can we train with the same intensity during Ramadan? Can we train during that fasting time zone? Or is it which is beneficial to train during the fasting time zone or after the breakfast time zone?
To me, it depends on your schedule. It depends on your commitment, your lifestyle. In my line of scope of work, also I work as a PT, so I will put this out in my workplace. What do you call that? Instagram. So the thing is that what works for you. And some people will find it better to probably train before you break fast, right? An hour plus before, and then in a way you train faster, literally. So after that, then you have your calories in and so on and so forth. But of course, being training faster, you need to scale back your intensity a bit and the weights that you use, the load that you use.
And have a lot of mental gratitude.
Yes,
right?
they have a lot of mental fortitude,
Fortitude,
to push as much as you can within the safe boundaries. Okay, so but there are people who will probably train after breakfast, have a small meal, and then don't forget to hydrate yourself. Preferably a lot of electrolytes because you're gonna be training and you don't want to be too much of liquids in you, and electrolytes are pretty good in terms of holding water in you. And of course, same thing goes. You have not been eating for the whole day, and then you're only eating one small meal, and you're gonna train. Same thing, intensity. It depends, right? It depends on person to person. If it's someone who can push a bit more, go ahead, but not to the point that you're gonna have PRs and stuff.
Yeah, for sure.
Most of like trying to maintain what you have, or if you wanna progress, probably the progress will be a bit minor, and that also can be a win. Other than at the end of the whole Ramadan month, you will at least gain some gains. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
So, and typically after all that, never ever try to lose or rather miss meals. Right? As sleep is gonna be an issue also, but try to me, there are people who I will advise probably after when you finish your workout, down a protein shake and probably with a cup powder together with it. In a way, you're gonna have calories with that, right? Then you wait another hour, you have your meal, then you reduce the volume of the meal to the point that you can consume it every hour. You know what I mean? Instead of 2.5 hours or 3 hours, right? Every hour. So you still literally have food until you go to bed again. And probably in the morning, when you have your morning meal.
Probably common question from the audience would say like, all right, Coach Susai, you have made a breakfast at 7:30. So how many meals can I push in before 11 p.m.?
Probably, look, if you would take that protein shake and a powder drink together with the protein shake, that itself is also a meal. And then talk about that during your training session. This is the only time that we recommend, and I would say it's a non-negotiable if you're really serious about maintaining muscle mass and progressing. During your training session, have an intra shake, preferably with another carb drink, cyclodextrin, and a lot of EAAs.
Yep.
So because you're still gonna get that amino acid influx from there.
For sure.
So in a way, that also is a micro meal to me.
Yep.
Then after that, you have a protein shake, and that consists of cyclodextrin and what do you call it? Protein shake. Then that itself, you're gonna have almost 2 meals already.
Yeah. You can have your liquid carbs post as well.
Yes, correct.
Yeah.
Then after that, you have another meal when you get back home, and before bed, if someone pressing for time, that's the only time you're gonna have a big meal.
Yeah. I mean, looking at it, Ramadan, I think is the best time for you to clean up rather than emphasizing into putting new muscle tissue.
Yeah.
Because naturally, I would say by default, you are on a deficit.
Correct.
But don't be captured in terms of, yes, you're on deficit, but you can't have a decent calories. These are basically, I would say, the common mistake whereby people will say, oh no, I don't have time to eat, so I can't have enough protein and stuff. But I do believe there is time for you to consume a decent amount of protein.
Because
during fasting month.
and also look, the protein selection, the protein source that you're gonna
Yes.
have, do play a part, because if you're gonna have beef after your post-workout meal, that digestion will take longer.
Yeah.
So preferably something like that, you're gonna have like fish, white fish, tilapia, or any other white fish, easy to digest, and that digestion will go out the window very fast. And then by the time you eat another meal, probably before bed, you can have a protein source that's a bit more denser, salmon, beef, whatever not. Or you can mix like red meat and white meat together. That means you're gonna have 2 protein profile, which will in a way add on to the calories that you right. So there's multiple ways of solving the issue of probably not missing a meal. I mean, you shouldn't be missing a meal. I mean, you have been fasting the whole day.
I mean, this is where supplements comes in.
Yeah,
in terms of your protein shake and stuff. I mean, not to prioritize supplement as a term, but this is where you can understand what the supplements does and what does supplement really helps you on in times like this.
It has its place.
Yeah,
it has its place.
with a shorter window when you're fasting and stuff, whereby you want something to digest quick, and you can have another meal in an hour's time, as you mentioned.
Right.
Yeah, so this would have a good digestive system for you to consume a proper meal, whether it be a solid or a liquid meal.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
I mean, in a way, look, you'll be fasting the whole day. You don't want something too heavy to also do a number on your digestion.
Yep.
So you try to keep your digestion as clean or rather as fluid as possible. Okay. So be mindful of what you consume during your breakfast, and then be mindful also after that when doing training. Basically, you have to look in a way what you eat during fasting month. It differs from the normal days that you're eating. So you're gonna have to find something a bit more digestible.
Yep.
Like white fish, leaner cuts. I wouldn't recommend going to the bazaars and have all those meals.
This is the thing, and then it came across my mind what you were saying and stuff. This is a common mistake. I would say that I believe you agree with me. This 30 days of fasting month is the best time where we buy we enhance the sensitivity of our insulin system,
Correct. True.
right? It basically detox our body in a way, but handful of people would take advantage of, oh, I'm fasting and stuff, so breakfast I have rojak keling, I have burger ramly extra cheese, roti john, goat roti john, Costello mega Moscow, this kind of thing. Or because what? Oh, I've never eat the whole day because after buka I want to go train, I want to pump.
Okay.
So they are thinking about using all these calories, unnecessary calories, to load them up. Then they train, and delusionally that they thought that by doing that, I'm gonna pack me muscle tissue.
That will only thing that they're gonna pack is a time in the toilet.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, because the reason being, if you done all those stuff full of grease, full of oil, what makes you think that it will be digestible by the time you reach the gym?
Yep.
By the time you finish your workout, the only pump that you have is probably the drinks that you had.
Yep.
With the salt that you get.
The food haven't break down yet.
Yeah, the food hasn't break down yet. By the time you reach home, still the food is not broken down. Then you'll be like lying on the bed thinking whether this food is going to go down or not.
You're lucky if you can lie on the bed.
Yeah, because look, if you get any pumps whatsoever from that workout, it's actually from the salt and water that you've been consuming. That's all. The food will take some time.
Yep.
So if you were to be smart enough, choose foods like probably a tilapia, a bit of rice, or even a couple of dates, and then you want to go for cheap electrolytes, go for 100 plus zero. Simple as that. And then put that same 100 plus zero together with some EAAs, you're good for, right? You're good for the whole session. Then learn to be patient, go back home, have your meal also not too big of a meal, and then you relax, let the whole system digest the whole thing, and then if you want, you can have another bigger meal before bed. And some of this trick you can do is actually, based on what you want to do, what you can do is that when you sleep, you can set an alarm a bit, about probably at 2 a.m. Just down a protein shake.
Yep.
Yeah. Then you have a bigger meal in the morning before the sunrise, sahur and everything. Then you will have a bigger meal there. And also that big meal is not, you must understand, you want to have protein sources, yes, but you mix it with proper sense of like good fats.
Yep.
Because once you have too much emphasis on carbs and just protein, that's where you will feel hunger by 1 p.m., 2 p.m.
Yeah, you need to basically to say is to balance your protein and your fats.
Yeah, because fats will help to slow down the digestion of the
breakdown,
protein
yes.
and the rest of the protein. But that doesn't mean you're gonna have like fats from chicken wing. No. You can have it from good sources like probably the whole eggs, avocado, and in fact butter.
Olive oil.
Olive oil, yeah. And if you're okay, if you're in terms of digestion wise, morning is actually the best time for you to have beef.
Yeah, I just forgot to say that. Yeah.
Beef together with eggs and a bit of vegetables. Volume of vegetables is high, and your carbs. Depending on how well you digest, low glycemic carbs. If you can't digest that well, then stick to the rice and stuff like that. But don't have it like the main dish. You know what I mean? You have the beef, eggs, vegetables as the main source of consumption.
This is for
Morning.
Before sunrise.
Before sunrise.
Yeah, I think that helps a lot in terms of having proper portion.
Because it doesn't spike up your insulin.
Yep.
Yeah.
For sure.
So you have that protein, fats, and vegetables, and a bit of rice. It doesn't spike up your insulin like crazy, and then by the time come around 10, 11, you'll be like sleepy and stuff like that. There's an issue there. And it will keep the hunger pang away longer. Right?
For sure. Okay, so with that, we've covered based on training. We covered based on eating and stuff. So does I would say common question in terms of Ramadan, in terms of supplementation. Would it be beneficial for them to use supplementation such as creatine, glutamine, EAAs and stuff? But I mean, yes, along the way you also mentioned that it's advisable and to know where on how and what to use during this fasting month, like your EAs, your creatine and stuff. So that's all for the audience. For if these were questions of curiosity that you've been asking and stuff, yes, we also advise you guys to use supplementation such as this to supplement yourself to your body during this fasting month. Yeah, more of I would say number one during fasting month is EAs lah.
Yeah, it is the best investment you would make for the whole month. In fact, even before the month starts, you can start ordering it for just for this particular time of the year. If you're fasting and then you use it, you will actually the cannibalism of your muscle mass wouldn't be that great, right? So breaking fast, you can have like probably look when you break fast, you can add electrolyte, some EAs inside there, then put it in like 1.5 liter.
Yep.
Half of it, then the other half you consume it while training, your intra shake, and you have a small meal with that. You're good to go actually. When I say small, it's really small.
Also, Sari mentioned the cheapest electrolyte will be 100 plus zero.
Yeah.
But if you want much more cheaper, get a powder. It's more serving that you can use and stuff lah. I think compare from item to item, I think the powder one is going to be much more cheaper. But it's just that what he's trying to say, if you're effing lazy by the
go down to 7-Eleven or NTUC.
If you're lazy like you say that supplement very hard to find and you're lazy, you just go find
100 plus zero, you're fine. I mean look, even on
he's being nice lah.
Even on a daily basis also, occasionally if I'm doing a high volume leg day, I will have my 1.5 liter 100 plus with me, right? So because it will stave off your cramping and so on and so forth. And then in fact, I find you can train a bit harder with that. Not just water, you have electrolytes in you. You can cover some bases.
But some people will say, but we cannot, coach. Water retention.
Not drinking water will have water retention. I mean, look, there's an old myth of drinking too much water will give you water retention. You're not a water buffalo. You're not a camel.
Yep.
Okay? The human being, the body can regulate water very efficiently. If you can't regulate water efficiently, go see a doctor, you got kidney issues.
I have an ex-client, before we step into the next topic, right? Just finalize this. I have an ex-client previously. She was a new client, she was started training and stuff, and we sat on consultation, right? And she was telling me blah blah blah, this and that, and say I was like, then I advise her, are you drinking how much are you drinking per day and stuff? Oh, my previous coach say that I don't need to drink as lesser than 1 liter can. Say, lesser than 1 liter? Why? I mean, you know that pre-based on science and approach, practice is general people at least a gallon, or you can go slightly lesser, but that would be best. They say, no, can't. My coach last time tell me, if I drink more water, I hold more water. Then I was like, dude, I said, ma'am, I'm sorry, but the reason why you're sitting in front of me now, but not him.
Yeah.
Yeah, and whatever the previous coach that he was hiring, she was having, right, was telling every information wrong. You know, there can be some information can be having a different principle, but have a proper foundation, right? But some foundation also wrong.
So I mean, there are coaches out there who I think need to relearn or be kept updated in a lot of things.
Yep.
Water is one thing that I cannot overemphasize, that it helps a lot. Not drinking water makes it worse, right? We're living in Singapore with high humidity, you walk a lot more, you sweat a lot, and then that is just not even training yet.
Yep.
And then you introduce training, strength training, cardiovascular work and everything, right? Then your water demand is going to be higher.
For sure.
And then also, of course, I'm not saying that I'm pushing electrolyte, but having some electrolytes here and there will actually help in the absorption of the water.
Yep.
So, I mean, look, just a note of info here. Water is not the enemy. The more you drink water, the more your body pushes out the water. Right? You will not retain any shape or form of water. If you were to retain that much of water after X period of time drinking more water, then like I say, you have to see a doctor. Something's wrong with your filtration, your kidney and stuff like that. So unless you have predisposition of kidney issues and have a family history of kidney issues,
it's pretty dominant if you have a kidney issue.
Right? You will see, you will know, right?
Yeah.
So, but the thing is that water is not the enemy. It doesn't make you retain water. Drinking no water or less water will retain water. Your body is smart. Like same thing. Like it's the same effect to the point where if you don't eat enough of food, you starve yourself. Right? To a certain degree, your body will keep the body fat with you because it's in a way. I'm not going to eat, the body will think, oh, I'm not going to eat, this guy is not going to eat, so we'll keep some body fat percentage for me, because for sure, right? So that there's energy stored.
Yes.
So if you eat enough calories based on your activity level, your body will like, why would I want to
Our
keep
body
this?
is much more complex than what we think, you know.
They're smart, right? You don't try to outsmart your body.
Yes.
By drinking less water or depriving it certain things. You listen to your body, man, but don't listen to your body when it says, I want pizza. That's not listening.
That's not your body talking, that is you talking.
That's you talking. It's your craving.
Yeah.
So if you want pizza and stuff like that, pizza very salty, right? That means you need to add salt to your diet.
Yep.
Simple as that.
Yep.
And that pizza craving is gone.
Somehow true. Alright, okay. Nice. Let's move forward from this, whereby we've discussed before we on air and stuff. Touch base on should personal trainers be in shape or off shape, or yes, should a client hire personal trainers that are in shape? I've came across this on social media as well. It's a good one that you mentioned, whereby a handful of young trainers now that been very vocal and saying that trainers should be in shape. If your trainer's not in shape, how can they train? How they can get you to be in shape along the lines? Okay. Why I'm still bringing this out? I'm not saying that he's wrong. Whatever the young personal trainer say, I say makes sense, true. Yeah, we just want to have this topic to discuss.
Disclaimer here, we're not triggered.
Yeah, we're not triggered.
We know how to get in shape, and we relatively to age-wise, we are pretty good looking than some certain people on the streets.
Yeah,
right?
very.
So the thing is, our industry, typically Singapore fitness scene, anyone can go online and get a certification, right? Or work in a global gym, and then you get
To be honest, Singapore is the easiest. To surpass the entry level.
And then even if you work at a normal global gym, you will have an in-house certification and so on and so forth. So, but the thing is, certification is one thing. Learning the whole PT industry, learning how to train someone, or in terms of sports science and so on and so forth, degree whatsoever, it's not gonna be, how to say this? Your experience itself. Right? Have you yourself been to the gym, right? Train yourself and dieted yourself. Look, trainers are not supposed to give nutrition diet plan
unless
you're certified nutritionist. But we can advise.
Yes, true.
But based on other point of view of coaches, yes, we can do on that. But as a PT, you can only advise. So when you give advice on nutrition, doesn't mean that after a post-workout meal, it's gonna be like ching chou fan or char kway teow, or you can tell the client eat whatever you want after this, because you burn out calories. No.
So what's the common one? Don't eat carbs.
Yeah. Okay, that's the worst case scenario ever. There are trainers who advise clients who say don't eat carbs, right? Or you will eliminate carbs. Yes, you will see results, definitely, because that itself is a calorie deficit to begin with, right?
They crash.
And after that, there are certain gyms, I don't say names, pretty popular in their, they have certain method of training. They will say to their clients, it's generic to every single client, remove carbs. In a way, it's like keto. Of course, you will take a before and after picture, definitely that will have some induced calorie deficit and they will look better for the after show, after picture. But then again, how long are you going to be maintaining without any carbs throughout the whole transformation?
Yep.
Then when you load them up, then you gain back every single thing.
Yep.
So, and we're talking about trainers who need to be in shape. Yes, look, the trainers do not need to have like walking around like 10% body fat or rather 5% body fat. That's not realistic and super unhealthy. I mean, the least you could do is actually look the part. Look the part as if people will ask you, are you a trainer? Or people were like looking at you.
Physically, I
physically.
mean, layman, I would say physically fit.
Yeah, physically fit, or in a way people will look at you, oh, he might be a trainer. Or if the worst case scenario, people come up to you, are you a trainer?
Yeah.
So when they have to question you, then
Because I don't blame what social media is saying. These people are saying that trainers need to be a part and stuff. You can't be fat. Yeah, I mean, and also it makes also sense whereby it doesn't have to be all trainers have to have six packs.
Yeah, definitely.
So what the message across is for trainers, I believe, is to be decently fit and having that fit silhouette that you put and showing that yourself relevant and belong to this fitness industry. Because why I say this, I'm trying to be nice anyway. Yeah, I don't want to use any mean and harsh terms. Why I'm saying this anyways, because I myself, I've seen handful who is literally fat. So I got questions from my client who asked me about that particular group. So I have no answer to that because I'm not him. And I asked my client the same question. Will you hire them? Will you hire him or her?
Let's put it simply. If you're a trainer, you look the part, you're a walking billboard, right?
Yes.
You don't need to market yourself too much or go on social media telling people, people want to look at you, people know, oh, he knows his shit lah. I mean, at least he looks the part and stuff. Not saying that you must have the six packs again. I mean, you look as if decent enough to show that you have put in the effort or have done it before, right? And you don't need to maintain a 5% body fat percentage.
I think being modest, right? I think sorry you laugh on this, but I think trying to be very, very nice and modest about this, very subtle. Yeah, that's right. It's very subtle. If you want to be off shape, ensure that your credential matches your work and stuff. In terms of, okay, probably now your physique is a bit off, but your history is backed up with stories about you,
and your
has been there, and your testimonial about your client and stuff is solid.
Look, there are some. Okay, look, there's probably some trainers who are injured, nursing an injury, and some of them. I mean, look, they have done it before. Probably they have reached like a low body fat percentage. They have competed before. They know how to diet. They know how to train. Yes, fine. But I mean, look, of course, you don't need to be out of shape in totality. I mean, if your body fat percentage is hovering around 35% or 40%, I mean,
that's an issue, boy.
That itself is an issue. That image of you walking around and telling people you're a PT, we need to reevaluate that.
Reevaluate, yeah, true.
Look, in a way, being in shape for trainers is a good thing because without you opening your mouth, business will come to you.
True.
Right? And of course, that comes with experience. You've done it before. You don't need to do a lot of marketing, right? You can just, in fact, if you just walk around the gym on the gym floor, people might just come up to you, hey bro, I want to ask you certain things, and that will lead into a new client, right? So being in shape also has its pluses, and then it will help you in a way to better show how
I'll settle something first. Carry on first.
to be able to show that you are not someone that who doesn't know anything, right? So after that, when someone who's not in shape, that will also have issues in terms of like low clientele, and also you will be able not be able to promote yourself better, because in certain degree it's more of a visual thing. Okay, so clients who will visually see you, you have the look, you have the look that as if you trained before and ever been on a cycle of losing body fat. Look, every client already, everyone that goes to the gym, there are two things they want to do, right? Put on muscle mass or lose body fat.
Yes.
Two things, right? Okay, there's another scenario. What if you have a PT who's a very skinny guy, and the client wants to put on muscle mass?
Okay,
Okay.
this is the thing. This is a good one, a very good banter for you, because having said, right, I would rather go to a fat trainer who has a lot of credential,
Uh-huh.
have proven result, and he has his own experience, rather than a skinny guy who doesn't have that background,
Mm-hmm.
and seeing his background doesn't really increase any muscle mass and
Yeah.
stuff, and working with that particular person, because I
Right.
mean you don't even
Okay,
put yourself into a position whereby you have a decent muscle mass, and
Correct.
yeah, you know what I'm saying.
I know, because I mean, nothing against skinny trainers, but the thing is that look, if someone approach you, I want to put on muscle mass, but you yourself have never experienced it, putting on X amount of muscle mass and eating in excess of calories, that would be something very difficult, right? And in the long term, you will have issues in terms like, okay, let's say this said client wants to do a certain exercise, and then you need to spot him or her, or other him. If you're going to be a 3 plate aside bench press, you think your trainer can spot you?
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, I myself as a client, I'm looking up like, this guy, are you able, if unless you do it on a speed machine, probably yes. If you're doing on a normal barbell and bench, that would be a very, what do you call it, a safety hazard.
I mean, as a whole, for me, I guess, as a consumer, as a client, right, you have to be smart,
Right.
and you need to really know what you want in terms of your progress, and do your research in terms of, let's say, be it a fat trainer or skinny trainer.
Yeah.
I mean, I can say at the end of the day, there's context to it.
Mm.
Yeah, even a skinny trainer would have credential back then,
Yeah.
or even done something in their past and stuff. Yeah, but it has to be relevant, lah.
Correct.
And cannot be, okay, like, let's just be realistic. Cannot be the trainer 24 years old, then his background, like he says that, oh, he got 10 years background, so what, he started at 14.
Yeah.
It's impossible, right? Yeah.
Near impossible.
Yeah, so you have to take this into consideration, knowing the age, how seasoned and how smart is a coach as well.
The experiences they
Yeah.
have in that field.
Because a good one that Sari mentioned, that personal training supposed to be just personal training.
Mm.
Yes, you don't serve any more service despite that,
Mm.
but nonetheless, us as a coach, we take initiative to expand our skills, to go for exclusive courses,
Correct.
seminars and stuff to improve. So I always believe whereby as a coach, as a personal trainer, this is basically my take lah. I'm not sure about Sari. Just that I always believe you can't be a master of everything.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
And then you if you're a master of everything, then you'll be a something of none. You know what I mean?
Yeah, nothing of none. So because I've asked, been asked throughout my career and stuff like, hey, Rio, why you take this client? Why you take just take lah for now, maybe to build your company, your business and stuff. I said, look, it's not that I'm not here. Yes, money is need that we need to survive with money, but look, I'm not desperate to just take any cycles of people in life just for the sake of me making money, because at the end of the day, my skill will hit the wall, and I'll be stuck, I'll be stagnant, I'll be in jeopardy. Like, what do I do next with this client?
Yeah, correct.
Yeah. So that's why I only funnel myself into a certain market, transformation, athletes and stuff, whereby I can have progress, even though I hit the wall. I'll do an expansion research again on how we can work better with this kind of troubleshooting. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So when I see across the board, right, when I see trainer who does personal performance, functional, boxing, then suddenly bodybuilding, and jack of all trades. I mean, it's not wrong. It's just that it's gonna be one fine day. I feel like you gonna push your back against the wall, then you have nowhere to go, and you can't really polish and brush your skill to get the niche market that really helps your skill to shine.
Yeah, to a certain degree, yes.
Yeah.
It does have that what do you call this? An effect to a certain group of PTs, right? So sometimes they get white eyes thinking that, okay, I'm going to be a PT, I'm going to do this from A to Z, all the courses I'm going to do. But look, if you want to do that, fine. Do all the courses in the world that you want to do. It's just for your general knowledge. So if any of these clients or that prospect come to you, look, I got this issue, but you know your specialized skill is this. So, but you know the knowledge of that, the person that, the question is thrown to you. You can advise based on that.
Yep.
But it's still, if you say that, look, I can't take you on because I'm more specialized in this. But I know where you're coming from. I understand the issue that you have, and I do not have the knowledge, but I do not have the capacity to
go further beyond.
To take you on, and then because that's not my specialty.
Yeah.
So probably with that you can refer to a trainer that is more specialized like that. But it's good to know. It's more like good to know the courses that you go through and stuff like that.
Because what I see, right?
Knowledge is good, right?
What I see in this in our industry, it's a good thing when you mentioned this as well. As a coach to coach, right? We should be in line whereby, let's say you're doing strength conditioning, I'm doing transformation. In our industry now, what I see, right? Then this potential strength conditioning client come to me. I know that this is not my fully forte, but I can do the basic and stuff.
Correct.
But the current potential client is looking for something that can push him further to help in his high rocks and stuff like that, for example. As a coach, if for myself personally, I would refer it to you straight. But now, at this point where I see a lot of, I just take this client in, I just train him.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
This practice should be practiced across the board, whereby when you don't have that skill to bring someone further, push the potential client out to a certain coaches that you know that can help them to achieve. Because it's as a coach, I believe it's not about just networking prior to you and your client, but you need to have that networking prior to you, a coach to a coach.
Correct.
Yeah.
So in the end of the day, it will benefit the prospect or the client.
Yeah.
So it's not, look, you put yourself to a point where actually the client will appreciate you more.
Yep.
By passing the client to a trainer or coach who can actually meet your demands, your client's demands, or rather the needs. And with that said, of course, like what you say, understanding between coaches to coaches is very important. So I mean, there are trainers who take on every single one of them, but when it comes to a point where it will actually will not benefit the client per se.
Yeah.
Right? So remember, you work as a PT is still a service job. That means if you take on someone that you know in the long run you will not be able to meet the demands, that is actually causing disservice to the client. Right? See the bigger picture. The problem with our industry here in Singapore, sometimes they don't see the bigger picture. It doesn't mean you're going to lose business to another coach, but in fact, if that client is appreciative of what is, if he or she have another friend who wants to need the needs of you as a trainer, then she will refer him or she will refer it to you. Then it's a cycle, right?
Yep.
Yeah, it will come back to you. So it's not a big loss on the trainer itself to refer it to another trainer or coach. It's always a win because you will have a good reputation on your own.
Yeah, and it shows the respect that you got, that respect for the other coach's skill. That, hey bro, I know you have this skill that can bring people to another level.
Yeah, right.
I have this certain client, potential clients that looking for it. Pass it to them.
Yeah.
You will never know the next thing you will pass me another client.
Yeah,
you know?
correct, true. So, see, from the perspective of, let's say, trainers who need to be in shape, of course, trainers should have like the capacity, the EQ capacity probably to not be too egoistic and probably if you certain things you cannot handle but you try to handle, but in the end of the day it will backfire on you, then you do some firefighting issues, then they start to pass it to another trainer. That doesn't really look the optics is not good on you, on the trainer itself. So I mean, just be honest with yourself. You tell yourself, okay, look, I cannot take you on because your problems, your issues are too big for me. Okay, I know someone who can help you. Just simple as that. And then, of course, like back on to the topic of probably trainers being in shape. That my pet peeve. Also, one of the trainers. I mean, trainers who like to use the phone during training someone. I mean, look, if the client is resting and then you're texting next client coming in or other issues, fine, there's no issue. But if your client is doing the exercise and you are using the phone, that's a no-go. That is a drop in standard. Look, the minimum is that you need to be there to look at him or her form, and you have to coach them in terms of like coaching cues, making sure that the form is done right. Look, safety is important. In case the person is doing a load that's first time doing it, and then you
rack it wrongly.
Rack it wrongly. Things can happen, while you're busy on the phone. In the first place, the phone shouldn't be there, you holding the phone. Okay, so the phone should be in the pocket unless you're recording things. But the recording things, the progress of the client can be done after the exercise execution.
I mean, if you really want to record itself, bring your personal tripod.
Yeah. I mean, or you want to put data, you clock in the data, you write down the data on the phone. You can do it after when the client has done the exercise. It's simple as that.
I mean, lock in their exercise. Definitely, right?
Yeah. So I mean, it's simple decency lah. I've seen it many times. I mean, I do gym hop a lot and Anytime Fitness. So I've seen a fair share of client PTs who are using the phone while training their clients, and I also have an experience myself when I was training a client on the gym floor. A member from another Anytime Fitness came up to me after the whole session is done, right? Came up to me, I was sitting down, relaxing. Then he came up to me, "Are you a resident PT here?" Yeah. I don't do illegal PT in someone else's gym. Yeah, I'm a resident PT here. Wow, okay, very good. What do you mean by very good? This is my first time seeing someone, a PT, really coaching the client. If not some of them, most of them, and this guy has been going around Anytime Fitness. He said most of them I see just counting reps. You know what I mean? Then I'm like, oh, okay, I think that's a compliment. To me, that's my norm. I will make sure the fella executes properly. Probably I'm telling if you're doing a execution of a squat, make sure your hips are back, keep your chest elevated and stuff like that. Of course, I keep reminding that person.
Yep.
Yeah, okay, move back, give it, kind of thing. So that whole session is just basically coaching, seriously. So, but if someone has to come up to me and tell me that this is the first time he has seen such a training session, I mean, it goes to show how bad it is out there.
It's been saturated.
Yeah, I mean, people using the phone or just counting reps, just okay, next and stuff like that. No, I mean, look, you need to raise that standard. It's a bit more work if you're really coaching. In fact, you choose a job.
Yeah, but it's also, I mean, if you're talking about commercial gym, right, then there is a gray area whereby, I mean, the coaches there are not trained to be coaches. They are mostly trained to be a salesperson.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Sad to say lah.
yeah, sad to say on like a bigger scale, Marvel gym and stuff. So, but at the end of the day, it boils down to you. Like say, if what kind of personal trainer or slash coach do you want to be?
Correct. Right.
Yeah, if you choose to have that passion in fitness, usually well know what to do.
Correct.
Yeah, if you want to be just doing sales, then you will see a long, probably I'll give you the shortest 6 months.
So,
that you find
yeah.
it bored on the gym floor.
The thing is that when you just be a sales trainer, right, the turnover of clients is going to be very high.
Yeah.
So, and it'll be more work for you.
Yeah, more work. That's why you will get bored.
Yeah,
You know?
and you have to keep selling packages and stuff like that. But if you're a quality trainer, right, you're really concerned about the progress of the client, you don't need to ask or you need to sell saying like, are you
Yeah,
going to renew?
promotion.
Are you going to
Yeah,
renew?
this is the thing whereby I always have this mindset and stuff, right? As a personality, I mean, I'm running my freelance, my coaching brand and stuff. It's some people would ask me, why you don't want to do promo and stuff. I say, why should I do a promo? You know?
Yeah, don't devalue.
Yeah, why should I devalue my coaching skill? No, it's business. Yeah, I mean, I'm not selling things. I'm sharing my knowledge to you. I shouldn't have like a promotion of like, oh, you train with me, you get 2 free sessions and stuff. No, I don't do that.
Yeah.
You know, I'll give you promo in a way promo if you've been with me very long.
Yep.
Yeah, I'll give you as a recognition of you being my regular.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll give you, let's say if there's a fluctuation of fee, I'll give you the normal rate.
Okay.
I'm not going to increase.
Yeah.
But with saying that, the byproduct is my client myself have never asked me for the discount.
Yeah. Correct. True.
Yeah, because they know the value that what I'm giving you on the table.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's the thing where sometimes you see those commercial gyms who have discounts here and there. That actually devalues the whole PT thing.
Exactly.
And the most is, look, if you wanna do some promo, like how my boss does is, if anyone buying a bigger packs, right, and who has done with me for a very long time, they will receive supplements, in a way, right? Because that will actually help in the journey of
Supplement, right?
Supplements, yeah, and things like protein shake and creatine. He even asked me what are the kind of supplements that basic gym goer will appreciate or will help them in their journey. 2 things, protein and creatine, simple as that. I mean, nothing can go wrong with that. The 2 most researched supplements, so it shouldn't be a problem. So in a way, they get that as a promo, not in terms
Yeah,
of
that's a very, I would say, solid idea whereby it helps the client to stay longer in terms of big fitness, not break the flow of momentum. Yeah.
And in fact, my boss, in fact, we should increase the PT fees in terms like, keeping up with times.
Yep.
And the inflation and so on and so forth. We also will feel the inflation. So the thing is that, look, being a quality trainer will actually benefit you more because when you train someone with your full set of passion and you're making sure that he or she meet their goals,
Yep.
meet their goals, not your goals.
Yes, yes.
Okay, there are some trainers who will have some ego issues, like, oh, meet my goal and stuff like that. No, remember the client counsel is not your ego. Okay, don't make the client a guinea pig to certain things. Also, I have an issue of clients or other PTs who never done one exercise and make the client do the exercise, thinking then the client will ask you like, show me how to do it. And the PT like, you do first, I show you.
Yeah.
So that means, look, as a trainer, so this is where I have a pet peeve, another pet peeve is that the trainers need to understand and do the work. Let's say you're asking someone to do simple things like flat bench, dumbbell fly. If you have never done it before, why would you ask someone to do that?
Yes.
Because you have no what do you call it, experience or any relation to it. You won't feel it. Then if you ask the question to the client, where do you feel it? The client feel it here, shoulder. Then puller like, okay, shoulder. Then it's not a shoulder exercise.
Yeah, that's one. The one more thing is threshold.
Yeah.
If you yourself have never put yourself in the threshold whereby you need to do a top set and a triple drop set, don't put it to your client.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I've seen a lot. Like, okay,
Or-
this one,
Or
we
do
this.
do giant sets.
No, I seen it. The worst I see is superset, double drop set. Then I look at the coach, and I was like, are you joking me? Are you serious? Have you even do that before to yourself?
Yeah.
And this client is probably like a general lifestyle client. I mean, nothing to look down on it. Right? You let the general client have he or she go through conditioning before going through these kind of
Correct, yeah.
intensifier and stuff.
I mean, if that's whenever a client asks me, or rather I will explain or demonstrate that, then before he or she do it, don't worry, I've done this before.
Yeah, exactly.
I will say I've done this before. Or like say you want to do a giant set, I will tell them, look, I've done this before. And what you're going through is a watered down version of it. Then I know how you feel, right? Because I feel worse than that. So whenever they ask me, okay, I'm feeling it, yeah, good, that's where I also feel. So the thing is that you yourself have to be the guinea pig, right? You should exercise, you should train and also have your own training program. And the worst is that a trainer that doesn't train. Okay, there is a lot because
YouTube trainer.
or they will say the excuse that I got no time. I got too much client. No. You
Or
need
trainer that never train legs.
okay, that's a lot. And then you will see the clients will never do legs.
So they will do, but crazy kind of splits,
Yeah.
heavy load and stuff. And when you ask the coach, you ask the trainer, why you never train? Oh, last year I operate my knee.
Look, if you can operate your knee, of course you know how to rehab yourself, right? And bring yourself back to the gym and train your legs and so on and so forth. For me, I'm a 50-year-old man, my knees is not the best in the world, but I still train legs. And still can beat the younger guys.
For sure.
Alright, so the thing is that is one of the things that as a trainer you need to walk the talk lah.
For sure, definitely.
When it comes to training, you should be able to train yourself. You know how to diet yourself in terms of bringing yourself down to low body fat percentage. You've done it before, and be accountable to how you train your clients. Another one, coming on time. And if you have to cancel the client, right? Try to make sure be decent about it at least a few hours before or even a day before. Or
That would be best.
that would be the best. Or 24 hours before. Because you will ask in your PT packages or whatever, you will also state that you want to do any cancellation, it will be 24 hours
Yes.
before. You can do there's no last minute kind of thing. Last minute we charge. You know what I mean? So if you do a last minute thing, you will say that okay, I will give that session as a free session. Simple as that.
Yes.
So these are the things that you need to do to elevate yourself as a trainer, being in shape. I mean, to a certain degree, what is in shape is, but if your body fat percentage is 30% or above that, then you're not in shape. Because if you imagine a client asks you, coach, bro, I want to lose my body fat percentage. I want to lose my body fat. I've got a wedding to do around this X amount of time. But you're talking to a trainer that's 35% body fat. But unless he or she have done it before, okay, there's some credibility in that.
True.
But if you have seen that trainer all the while like that, so they have issues here. So how
It's quite rare to see a coach who have that kind of background ended up at 35%.
very rare, very rare.
Very rare, very rare.
I mean, there's a certain amount of what do you call it, inward thinking on the
Yeah.
trainer that I would not be like that. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
for sure, right? Yeah.
Because this is your job, you're a walking billboard. I mean, someone like that would not be working as a personal trainer, or rather, he or she will have themselves accountable.
Yep.
This is the only job where at least you are paid actually based on whether you have the knowledge to bring yourself in shape.
True.
Yeah, you can learn all the courses, you can go all the certification, but you yourself never execute the whole thing. It's a bit hard.
I mean, as a coach myself, my advice to new coaches and new trainers as well, right? Don't be egoistic. Don't put a barrier in front of yourself, thinking that you've really complete your knowledge. Yeah, keep your doors open in terms of knowledge. Keep learning every day. Be the student of the art. You know, as a coach for myself, I'm still learning. I believe Sari is still learning new things and stuff.
Yeah.
Because to my experience, how I approach these things, whereby knowledge and fitness will never have an end.
No.
Some days, if there's something funny about fitness is today this can be not good, but later on
That can be good.
that can be good.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's similar to, like, if you buy technology, there's an expiry date. Today, let's say you buy a new laptop, within 6 months, the laptop is not new anymore. Rather, it's a dinosaur. So you need to keep updating yourself in terms of like how you see the new thing in fitness. But then again, any new thing on the fitness, you have to take it with a grain of salt.
Yeah, for sure.
You need to see how that new thing is applicable to you or not, or some new gimmick, that's all.
Yep. I mean, do your own research, do your own study, and read through to the context and stuff, the in-between lines that
It's
mostly on social media are saying it on the surface. Yeah.
Let's say there's a new exercise, and then you look at it, oh, okay, but you never train on it first, then you just immediately give it to your client. Let's say you're gonna have a client in an hour's time, go to YouTube, like, oh, this is a new exciting exercise, then I'm gonna give it to my client, something new to keep him excited. No, don't do that.
It's not about finding new exercise, it's about mastering the exercise.
Yeah, correct.
Finding the proper execution and finding expansion in terms of this exercise. What other benefits can you get from out from the primary exercise?
Correct.
There is secondary benefit for that current exercise. Yes. In one exercise, there's a big dynamic. I would say you can benefit from that. You need to learn and master it. Yeah.
Right.
Because finding new exercise, there's tons of so-called new exercise that is actually basically the same exercise 20 years ago, whereby now people just want to reclaim it and make it theirs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or just tweak here and there. Oh, this is new exercise. You know what I mean? So
I think for the most niche exercise that has now been very common is the Arnold press. But try to Google it. Have Arnold done that in his Olympia prep?
Nah.
Never. Yeah, it's just that it's just part of marketing and stuff sometimes. But yes, rotational overhead press, it does has its benefits
Yeah.
if you know when and how or what to put it with
Correct.
during your program, during your phase of program.
There's a place for everything.
Yeah. Yeah, so that is basically what we are covering today and stuff. Ramadan, approach training, dieting, trainers on the social medias and stuff. I hope what we've covered today has helped you guys in terms of how to approach your Ramadan, since we have 2 weeks left in a way, or 1.5 week left in a way. Yeah. So by the time this episode
Come out.
yeah. So once again, I guess we're gonna wrap up the show today.
Yep.
Yeah. Just a shout out to Views Search Performance as our main sponsor here. That's for our location. Do hit them up on their socials and IG and book
As soon as possible
Yep.
or as early as possible, because I mean, look, you have to at least give them time to schedule you in their own schedule. So give them a call early and ask about the scheduling so they can get yourself fixed.
Yeah, and also for those freelance, I would say masseur or
Therapies.
therapists. I would say masseur therapists who wants location. Yeah, they are open for freelancers as well to drop into their DMs in Instagram and socials. That will be easier to contract to hire the owner of Fields. And yeah, once again, sponsored by Comeback as well, Comeback Apparel. I'm with Comeback Apparel. So along the way, we're gonna have merchandise and for Prep Talk and the Prep Coach.
Yep.
Yeah, in terms for you guys to purchase and stuff, training attire, training apparel that you can get, and probably I see what I can put it on the table. So for you guys to support the Prep Talk, the Prep Coach as well, so that we can deliver more valuable content.
And insights and into the fitness.
Yes,
industry.
so probably we would love to venture a different side of content that we want to make it exciting. Yes, and furthermore, if you guys need any coaching and stuff, you can drop to
My
Coach Sari,
Instagram, IG, Sari Said 69.
Sari Syed 69, not 67,
No.
and mine, the Prep Coach by RDM in Instagram and stuff. So if you want for lifestyle or pre-contest and stuff or off-season, you can drop to either one of us. We are happy, we are open to help you guys, but we will do some consultation first
Yeah, of course.
before we accept you guys as our client. We have our prerequisite that we are looking at
Yep,
for.
yep.
Alright, okay. Other than that, nothing much. Any last words for you?
Nothing.
Alright, happy Ramadan. We'll catch you on the next episode. Ciao.